updating your kitchen or your bathrooms or what have you, whether it is to sell your house or to do whatever, don't cheap out on the fixtures. Take a look real quick. This is from Realty Times. New fixtures, the easy, affordable update you're not making to your bathroom or your kitchen. So just consider it, right? It's going to cost a lot of money. Some faucets can cost $500, $600, $700. Some can be crazy expensive. You can go cheap. I suggest don't go out cheap. One, you get utility if you're not selling your house. Do something as an investment to yourself, an enjoyment, right? If you have the little pull down hose where you can rinse down the sink and all that stuff, it's worth the extra effort. Trust me, I have it. I didn't have it for years. Now I have it. Don't buy the cheap off-brand stuff. You're going to wind up replacing it because the guts inside, the valves, the ceramic, the rubber gaskets, etc., they don't last as long. They put cheap quality stuff in there. And then when you have to replace the whole valve, you can't. They don't have them on stock, or you have to order them and it's 3 or 4 week backlog, or you have to figure out how to find them. Stick with Delta, Moen, and I tell you, they're not great either, but Moen has lifetime warranty on the valves. And I can tell you that because I did my kid's bathroom, the shower, put new fixture, put new valves, put everything, new shower, the whole 9 yards. And within 2 years, that valve broke. I sent it off and they replaced it. So they sent me a free replacement. But because I needed it, I couldn't just, leave it in there and not working. I went to the store and got a replacement valve. It cost me $75, but now I have 2 just in case it ever falls. There you go. Something worth it. Just something you have to be aware of. Paint, yeah, but paint is now getting not expensive or not cheap anymore. You're paying $250 for a 5-gallon bucket of paint. That's not great. It does make a huge difference when you're painting your house a different color, but tile, new bathroom, new toilets, new vanity, new tub, new shower, that gets expensive. And sometimes you don't need to update everything. Maybe you have a couple cracks in the tile floor. Yeah, absolutely. Get those fixed, right? So don't cheap out on the valves, on the faucets. Don't cheap out on your fixtures. Try to find ones that are resistant to corrosion and spots and staining. They do have those available. And if you're going to go trendy, understand that it's only going to last 2-3 years. And then you're going to wind up wishing you had. Go with chrome, go with brushed nickel, go with the brass. It's always going to be in style. So just keep that in mind. All right, enough of that. Probate. So part of our services is one, we don't want you to sell the house until you absolutely need to and you've made that informed decision. But also, if you do decide to sell your house, you have other things going on, right? You have to take care of getting your parents into an active community or a mental care facility, or let us take care of all the heavy lifting in the house, right? We want you to take all the sentimental stuff out, obviously, but there's stuff that we can do where we have estate sales. We can just take everything to not a Goodwill, but a donation place, which we do. We get your house fixed up. We clean it up. We get rid of the cobwebs. We'll paint if we have to. We don't want to do a whole remodel, new kitchen. If you didn't do it 5 years ago, you're not going to get the utility out of the cost. So we suggest we don't do it. But we do want to make sure that what you're selling is a complete home. We also want to be able to say, yes, we're going to affect these repairs. These ones need to be attended to, and they're okay. You can deal with that later on. And we'll make those hard decisions when we go through it. But we take care of all that stuff for you. We manage the project based on what we agree on, and then we go and do it for you. Lovingthishomes.com. I'm seeing my ads pop up everywhere. I think it's just great. They're a great partner. And here's the thing. Here's something that you don't know about homes.com. I hated them for years until I found out that they changed. And Zillow and Redfin. Zillow and Redfin is a lead aggregator site or lead aggregator sites. That means you put your email and your phone number and your name in. You're going to have tons of people calling you, not necessarily the listing agent. So the agent that's calling you has to dig around and find that information, what you could actually do yourself. But like you can call them when you see my listings, it'll be like, hey, yeah, this listing on Fell right here, what's the floor plan look like? Is there air conditioning? How's the pool pump? And you're asking me, so I know because I'm the agent. So that's what's great about it. And you're seeing my ads everywhere. When you sell your house, you're seeing your house for sale everywhere you go. It's awesome. It's great. And then if you want, I can give your friends and family the link so that we can get them onto seeing their ads too. So it's a good benefit. This is the highest sold house in Santa Clara County this week. This is Lewis Road, not my listing. Sold for $9.1 million. Took 27 days to sell. 7-bedroom, 4-bath, 2,900 square feet. And it looks like a compound flag lot. The flag lot is basically where you have, the flag post. The flag lot is like a foot, and then this is actually a signpost lot, but you get the idea. You get to see it where it's like a flag. But I think what they're selling is just the land, because look at that. Those houses are dinky. This is for what? $9 million for 9/10 of an acre? Holy crap. I wonder what they're going to put on it, because they're definitely going to be tearing those things down. That's pretty cool. Okay, and then the lowest sold house in Santa Clara County is in San Jose on Dale Drive, not my listing. 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,100 square feet, built in 1935. This one's going to get torn down too. $608,000. They sold it off market. Remember what I told you about selling stuff off market? Even the cheaper houses, this house should have sold for $670,000 to $700,000. So the listing agent and whoever offered this house up, they just said, yeah, we'll take it off market. We'll just put it up on comps. But they got a full almost $100,000 off the value of this house. For some reason, I don't think it's a good value. That's why I always say, get your house on market for at least 5, 6, 7 days and see what's out there. See what the market's going to command, because houses in the same condition are selling for $670,000 to $700,000. Yep. This is the highest list price to sales price ratio. It sold for 178% over list price. This is a brand new house, flip. They just dropped it down knowing that the houses are worth about $4 million. And guess what? They just dropped it down and said, let's get this thing sold, right? They probably said, oh, my house is worth $4.5 million. I know it's worth $4.5 million. And it sat for 15 days. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, it's not. Let's drop it down 2.5 and bring in the market. Let's attract the market. And boom, there you go. If you listened to them before, it probably would have sold for 4.46 or whatever you thought it was worth. Same thing here. This is the lowest list price to sales price. It sold for 81% of list price. And boy, I tell you, marketing matters. Look at that picture. What the hell is that picture there? My God, this is kind of a piece of crap. 24 years old. The architecture inside, I know you can't really tell. It's nouveau looking, but it looks dark and dank, and the angles this guy did for the pictures are horrible. And look at the colors. There you go, from $8 million down to 7.2. At that price range, you just don't know what the price is really going to land at, but after 60 days you know that the price has been overpriced. So there you go. All right, those are the list price to sales price ratios right there. We have now 1,000 homes in Santa Clara County for sale. We're back in the market, guys. It's March, the 1st of March, right? And here we go. 10% or 11% are price reductions so far, but that doesn't really matter.